Have you ever wondered if you can lose weight without tracking your calories? Well, if so, I've lost 100 pounds without even knowing what tracking calories was. And I'm here to tell you that if you even know what tracking calories is, you are further along your journey than I was when I lost my 100 pounds in 1 year. In this video, I'm gonna give you guys 7 tips that's gonna help you lose weight without tracking your calories. For number 1, I tracked behaviors and not calories. The biggest switch that I ever made was changing my eating habits. And I would still go eat the bad food such as Chipotle and In-N-Out, but I would substitute what I ate. So instead of going and eating a double burger and 2 burgers and fries like I used to get, I then substituted it for a lettuce wrap. And sometimes I would still get it the fries and the drink, but it was better than getting 2 burgers and fries and a drink. I used to eat a burrito and a bowl at the same time, or sometimes save one for later. And honestly, I've always wondered this. A lot of overweight people always have money. How did I even have $20 or $30 to always go get a Chipotle bowl? I don't even know what I was doing for work at that time. But that was the biggest switch that I ever made. And it wasn't because I was tracking calories. It was just simply because I changed my eating habits. I was able to see sustainable change. And the point of this is that instead of obsessing over numbers, you obsess over new habits. And this can help you build ultimately a new life. Because if you just focus on calories, that doesn't mean that you're going to change the habits that are truly stopping you from eating the bad calories that it is. If you track 3,000 calories and your intake is supposed to be 3,500, you're supposed to be losing weight, but what if all those calories are bad? So instead of getting a good, moderate plan that help you eat healthy and still enjoy the food that you love, that's way better for you. Number 2, I use visual anchors. What is a visual anchor? I literally took a progress picture of where I was and where I wanted to go. But I truthfully didn't take it until after I lost around 50 to 60 pounds because I just did not like how I looked in the mirror. I didn't like my self-image enough to muster the faith to just go take a picture. I didn't want to see myself at all. I think it was like at the 300-pound mark, I seen myself in the mirror, and for like 6 months, I don't think I ever seen myself in the mirror again. I just grinded. And then 50 pounds flew off my body just by eating healthy. I never, ever went to the gym. I just simply ate better. And then the next 6 months, I, of course, started working out, and another 50 pounds flew off my body. And that whole time, I never understood what tracking a calorie was. I didn't even know that if you lose 500 calories per day below your intake that it's supposed to be, then you will lose a pound of fat in a week if you do it every single day. I had no clue what that was. I literally just said, I'm just gonna become a healthier person. If this doesn't work, then it's not for me. The reason why these are so important is because you need to be able to say, okay, wow, I can't believe that was me. And if you're not able to do that, then you don't know how far you've actually came. I can literally see a picture from day 1 to day 20 and see a difference. So if you take a picture and you say, okay, this is my day 1, and then a week later you take a picture, you're obviously gonna see difference if you were doing something in those days. If you did the exact same things, you're probably not gonna see a change. But if you made just any change, you will see some slight change. It may not be in the areas that you want. We actually lose fat opposite of where you wanna lose it. We usually tend to lose our fat in our stomachs last, even though that's where we want it to go first. That's why you'll ultimately see your face get skinnier first, the weight on your thighs will go away, but you don't notice it. Other people might comment on it, or you might see a picture like, oh wow, my jawline's showing now. One thing I never had before losing weight was seeing my collarbone. I didn't know that my collarbone is supposed to be visible or could be visible. I just accepted the fact that this is me, and I seen other people and I just thought that they were too skinny. And in fact, it was just because I was too overweight. But focusing on visual anchors will help you ultimately see your progress without tracking one single calorie. For tip number 3, I build systems instead of focusing on willpower. Your motivation level and your discipline is gonna fall apart. So what you'll have left is just simply the systems that you set in place. There's a quote by James Clear that goes, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Depending on what systems you set in place is gonna depend on where you fall back to. So I set my floors at just substituting food. I didn't tell myself I had to work out every day because I probably would have failed. I still don't work out every day and I've already lost 100 pounds. So what would it look like if the 300-pound version of me tried that? It wouldn't work. Number 4, remember the people who doubted you. The person who sparked my weight loss the most, probably a coach who told me I couldn't play a position unless I lost 50 pounds. And over the summer, I lost 50 pounds. And he didn't know that I was gonna lose it when I came back. He didn't even recognize me. He literally was like, Bryce? Like, he literally was mind blown when he seen me again. And guess what? He still gave me trouble to play that position. I then transferred schools and had the best season of my life. But it wasn't for him. It was for me. I just used him. I literally was running, and I remember running by my house thinking about the season that I didn't even get to play in. because I had to transfer schools and it was like these stupid rules. So don't just focus on yourself, focus on other people who doubted you. Imagine what it would look like if what they said about you came true, or what they believed about you stayed true. So if they believe that you're just an overweight person and you're never gonna be successful, don't let them win. You have to become successful. You have to become more fit in spite of them. Don't let them win. Number 5, I celebrated my non-scale victories. Anytime someone told me, hey, like you're looking skinnier, like that was my motivation of like to keep going. And I didn't actually celebrate it, but just giving myself the head nod. I do that a lot. Today I went out and I door knocked and I made some money for my business. That was super cool. It gave me the head nod. I said, hey, you do not get to come back into the house till you make a sale. And that's exactly what I did. It's only because I set my mind out to do that happened, but I gave myself the approval. And there's other days where I go out and I don't give myself the boundary of like, hey, you cannot come back until you make money. And it doesn't happen. So you really have to focus on your mindset here, and it will help you rewire your identity, which is the next one. Stop trying to lose weight and literally change the type of person that you are. The person who tries to become a runner is way better than the person who is focused on a marathon. Or even if you want to lose 20 pounds versus becoming a healthier person. I remember staring in the mirror after losing the weight and realizing that it wasn't just the weight that I lost, it was a version of me that I lost as well. And sometimes he creeps back up in different moments, in different, like when your discipline level runs out, the old version of you will come back. And I noticed this in all realms. It's not just in weight loss, in business as well. Lastly, make it public. I remember every single time that I would try to lose weight before I actually did it, I would go to a Thanksgiving telling people that I'm gonna lose weight. And I hated the feeling showing up next year, not a new person. And I would dread going to the event because I knew that the cousins there were gonna see me the same and subconsciously know that I was the same, even though I said that I wouldn't be. And there was a time where I finally did it. And I came back a brand new person. And me expecting the praise, like, oh my gosh, it wasn't from the people who I wanted it. The people who I didn't expect to say anything said something, and the people who I was looking for the praise ignored it. And it's probably because I most often either got in more shape than them, or they just didn't expect me to do something that big. And this is one of the quotes that goes by, like, people like want to see you doing good, but not better than them. There was this guy who also used to like call me fat a lot, and I ended up getting more fit than him. So he obviously ate that, and we used to work out together. So he used to say that, like, and make jokes like, man, like I remember where you were more overweight than me. Over time, you have to prove yourself right so you can prove others wrong. If you have a girl, tell her like, hey, I'm going on a diet. Bro, I tell my girl all the time, tell my wife, she says, like, she'll see me now eating things and like she'll give me a side eye simply because of how many times I said I'm going to lose weight. But what does that do? It forces me to be uncomfortable to do things that I don't want to do anyway. And it's not like I have to be, but it's because I hold myself to a higher standard. How many times do you want to keep saying the same things over and over and not doing them? So sometimes I'll even set traps for myself and say something I'm not ready for, just so I can have an accountability partner, someone holding me accountable, because I didn't want to start. I make them be on me, but they don't know it. I just set the trap. And this is for me. It's my self-development. If you smoke a lot and you wanted to stop smoking, tell people, hey, I want to stop smoking. If you ever see me smoking, make me feel bad. I'm dead serious. And then, of course, I don't hang around a lot of people, so that wouldn't really work for me. But like, let's say if it was my girl, I'd be like, hey, I want to stop smoking. As soon as I'm about to say, hey, I'm about to go get some weed, she'll be like, I thought you were going to stop smoking. So that's why you need someone to have you there, just to basically block you from your old self. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe like always. And remember, health is wealth.